Hello, I'm Plutoburns.
And I'm Jay Masterson, and welcome to a special doubleheader of Eagleland.
But we're only reviewing the one manga.
Yeah, but we have two heads working on it.
That's not what doubleheader means. Given the recent events on this show, it was decided that the best way to keep the peace would be to give Jay a co-hosting spot.
And for my inaugural episode, we are going with a manga I have read and Pluto has not. Inuyasha.
Hey, I've read some of it.
Yeah, neither of us have actually finished the manga because it's so damn long.
559 bloody chapters long.
It's okay. It's okay. Now, I've also seen the majority of the anime, but we're not here to talk about that today. While the anime was good, it doesn't really compare to its manga counterpart, mostly because they overuse the sit joke.
We haven't explained what the sit joke is. Our main character, Kagome, gets transported back to 1500s Japan by a, let's be completely honest, plot-convenient wormhole.
Well, there is an actual explanation for how it works.
I don't care. It exists for no adequately explained reason, and its rules change whenever the author wants them to.
So, in the past, she encounters Inuyasha, a half-demon who was sealed to a tree 50 years ago in his time. He is a lot older than he looks. Kagome gets attacked by a Senta lady who believes Kagome has a magical shiny object.
Turns out she does, and Inuyasha wants it. He offers to save her if she will unseal him. So she can unseal him because, of course, she is the reincarnation of the Shrine Maiden who originally sealed Inuyasha, and guarded the MacGuffin, and fell in love with Inuyasha. So, of course, we're going to have that annoying thing where she keeps questioning whether Inuyasha loves her or is still in love with that other girl!
Dude, whine about it when we get to it. Inuyasha breaks free and immediately claws Senta lady to death, beginning a trend of battles that will last the entire series.
Fights in Inuyasha play out much like fights in MMOs.
You click on an enemy and start kicking his shins. He then starts kicking your shins, then you take it in turns kicking until one of you falls over. It basically comes down to who started the battle with the biggest boots.
But hey, fights aren't what this manga is about.
Even though there's a fight practically every sodding chapter, the main focus is on the main cast and on their romance. Say, what do you prefer, action mangas or romance mangas?
I have a shiny meat bicycle.
Since Inuyasha woke up rather pissed from being sealed for 50 years by Kikyo,
the Shrine Maiden we mentioned earlier, who is now dead,
her now aged sister has to figure out a way to stop him.
She throws a binding necklace onto Inuyasha's neck. Hell of a toss, too. She's probably great at horseshoes.
She tells Kagome to use the words of binding. She has no idea what this means, so she says the first thing she can think of. Osuwari!
Sit. Sit, boy. Sit, boy. Sit, boy. Sit.
Huh?
Sit.
I told you not to show that! The anime overused that joke and ran it into the ground. That's why the manga's better. It's not used as much.
So now Inuyasha is essentially helpless when it comes to dealing with Kagome. Kagome takes a rather pragmatic view of this and tries to make friends with Inuyasha.
He isn't particularly interested because she looks a lot like Kikyo, who sealed him, but Kagome makes it clear that she does not appreciate the comparison.
Now listen, you. I'm Kagome. I am not Kikyo. And she really isn't. Kikyo becomes a character later because of stupid reasons.
But we do get to see how different the two characters actually are. While Kikyo is self-sacrificing, intelligent, and dignified,
Kagome is more selfish and a little bit dumber, but she is well-meaning and at least a little reliable. And as the reincarnation of a powerful Shrine Maiden, she has some great strength of spirit as well as some powerful bow attacks.
and the cheap-ass ability to spot the shiny.
Oh yeah, she does have that. That comes in handy. Now the MacGuffin is a jewel thing that for some reason has the power to greatly enhance demonic abilities. A demon who has it can grow in strength and will possess powerful regenerative properties.
Inuyasha wants the shiny so he can use it to become a full demon.
He's got penis envy as a half-demon.
Kagome has the shiny, but she has that particular power over Inuyasha so he can't take it. But he isn't the only one after it.
The MacGuffin gets swiped by a demon crow. They give chase, but it starts to escape because it has, well, wings. Kagome takes a shot at it with her soul-powered arrows and scores a direct hit.
Boom! We got Kentucky Fried Crow.
And a MacGuffin that shattered into tiny, tiny little bits that scatter all over the land.
Whoopsie.
And now we have a plot. Just one question. How does a single arrow shatter the jewel, scatter it into thousands upon thousands of pieces, and scatter it across the entire country?
Magic!
Shut up.
But yeah, that's the plot for the rest of the manga. Track down all the scattered shiny bits and put them back together with, well, magic.
Inuyasha is, at its core, a Monster of the Week manga. All the little bits of the shiny get picked up by some monster, and that monster uses its power to cause havoc and search for more pieces. So Inuyasha and Kagome travel around, using Kagome to spot the shiny pieces, and Inuyasha to murder the monsters. They meet interesting people and kill creative creatures. One of those people is the reanimated corpse of Kikyo. Okay, you can rant now.
Gee, thanks. Okay, so Kikyo gets revived by some weird earth magic which uses a bit of Kagome's soul, but it doesn't work right, so she comes back kind of evil, which completely undermines her character as a pure and holy shrine maiden. And after a while, the only way she can even maintain her earthly form is by devouring the souls of maidens. Even if those are recently deceased, that is mustache-twirlingly evil! But more so than that, she keeps getting in the way of Kagome and Inuyasha's relationship. Inuyasha doesn't pursue her romantically, but if she ever gets into trouble, he immediately rushes off to help her. This, of course, hurts Kagome's feelings, since she already has a massive complex about being the reincarnation of Kikyo. She worries that Inuyasha only likes her because she looks like Kikyo, and we have to watch her go through this every time Kikyo shows up in the story. I'm not asking that Kagome get over this, I'm asking that Kikyo stay dead.
You good?
Yeah.
So they meet Kikyo, but they also meet some other people who actually travel with them. There's Sango, an awesome girl from a family of demon hunters who fights with a face-destroying boomerang.
There is Shippo, a young fox demon. He provides the small, naive child role. He's kind of annoying, but he does have some handy transformation powers.
And finally there is Miroku, the greatest lecher to ever perv over the ladies.
He is a priest with some pretty powerful purification spells as well as a cursed hand. The hole in his hand is called Wind Tunnel and acts like a directional black hole that can kill pretty much anything.
He is also more than willing to pretend someone else's house is haunted just so he can stay there the night and purify it. And, again, is a huge womanizer.
See, the black hole in his hand will eventually expand and kill him, so his hope is to leave a son behind who can continue his quest if he fails to break the curse.
Did this manga really just try to justify one of its characters being a horn dog?
Miroku was cursed by a demon named Naraku. He is the same demon who killed Kikyo 50 years ago and who killed Sango's little brother.
He also serves as the primary villain and the other main force trying to track down the shinies.
And we hate him! He's devious, hands-off, and he revels in poking at the hero's sore spots. His motto is, why attack them myself when I can trick someone else into doing it for me?
He is the most wonderfully hateful kind of villain. The one who effortlessly makes you hate him simply by doing his villain thing. He stays the focus of the manga all the way to the end.
Yeah, this manga's plot pretty loudly and busily goes nowhere. The MacGuffin breaks apart in chapter 5, and Naraku makes his appearance not long after. So that's 550 chapters of one goal that never changes but keeps getting made more complicated.
Yeah, but Naraku is such a great villain. I mean, why would you want to change that?
It would have made the manga flow better if the plot wasn't always plain MacGuffin keep away.
But during this long, drawn-out plot, we get lots of great characters and romance. Inuyasha and Kagome are a good couple. Miroku and Sango eventually pair up to become a pair of demon-slaying badasses.
Yeah, the romances are fun and all, but the plot just bumbles around like if Alice got drunk in Wonderland. Good character arcs can't completely prop up the weight of this bloated story.
Are you saying you don't like this?
Oh no, I like it quite a bit.
Huh?
I give it crap, but I still read over 300 chapters of this. You couldn't make me do that if it weren't entertaining on some level. The characters are fun, the humor generally works. Hell, even the art can be surprisingly good.
Yeah, the art is pretty good, but I want to point out the battle scenes. They could have been better. I understand it's a manga, so you can only do so much with still images, but I still feel like the action scenes could have been done better. As Pluto said, the plot itself is reasonably solid, although it does lose focus and at times becomes completely pointless. However, it always comes back without losing too much momentum, and as for the romance, well, even a raging sociopath like me enjoys a good love story from time to time. You know, when I'm not kidnapping people.
So I guess our final recommendation is hard to finish, but more than worth getting into. Inuyasha is written and drawn by Rumiko Takahashi. She is one of the most storied authors in all of Japan and is the author of the very popular Ranma 1/2. Till next time, I'm Plutoburns and this has been Eagleland. So, how did you like... What's with the glove? Doc, we got another dead body!
What happened to this one?
Looks like he got his throat cut.
Oh, well, I can use them for parts.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
While the party was nice, the party was pumping, and everybody having a ball until the fellas started name calling, and the girls respond to the call.